Now, in case you missed it, after 7 days since the demise of the former and 60th Republican President of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, who died in South Africa last week on Thursday, President Hakainde Hichilema, Republican President of Zambia, has officially and for the first time since the demise made a national address.
Fellow citizens, it has now been 7 days, since the untimely passing of our 6th Republican President, Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu.
The president, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, has called on all Zambians to embrace the bereaved family and the patriotic front with compassion and solidarity and not as political rivals.
In this moment of collective grief, I wish to make a solemn call, a call for peace, a call for love, a call for unity. Let us embrace the bereaved family, the Patriotic Front Party, and their supporters with compassion and solidarity. Not as a political rival or political rivals, but as fellow Zambians, brothers and sisters who share a common destiny. Our political differences do not make us enemies. They make us participants in a dynamic democracy, a family with different views but shared aspirations.
He has called on all UPND members to avoid being drawn in provocation, especially by those that want to use the funeral for political gain.
To our members in the UPND, to other political parties, all national stakeholders, I urge you to respond to this moment with dignity, empathy, and respect. Do not allow yourselves to be drawn into provocation or division fueled by those who seek to exploit our pain for political gain.
And while he understands that the country is in mourning and people react to the loss of their loved ones in different ways, the president has emphasized that during this period, government will not allow lawlessness and disorder.
Let us be clear. We shall not allow lawlessness, disorder, or anarchy to take root. We are a nation built on the rule of law, and that law must prevail without fear or favor.
The president has further emphasized that as president of the Republic of Zambia, his duty is to serve all Zambians regardless of their political affiliation.
As president, my sacred duty is to serve all citizens, regardless of political affiliation, ethnicity, race, or creed. Now is the time to put aside our differences, to rise above division, to work together for the common good. Let us show the world that even in moments of sorrow, Zambians respond with grace, dignity, and unshakable belief that good shall always triumph over evil.
And in conclusion, the president made an appeal that Zambians be allowed to mourn the man that once served them as 60th Republican President of Zambia.
We make this humble and sincere plea. Let us allow the people of Zambia to bid farewell to their former president with respect and honor that befits the high office he once held. We trust in God. We trust in his purpose for our nation. May we mourn together in dignity, in unity.
Okay, so I don't know what your expectations were when you heard or when you saw the announcement that the head of state was going to address the nation, but I can only assume that they were as good as mine. We were obviously hoping that maybe the president was going to express his disappointment or maybe attack some of his political opponents, especially those that have been issuing statements regarding the death of the 60th Republican president. I personally am one of the few probably that were of the view that maybe the president should not just say anything. It was okay like that, because at the end of the day, you see, as people, we have everything to say. even from the positive, sometimes we never find anything positive. We always want to look out for the negatives. But to be honest, I'm very impressed with how the president has handled the situation. We understand that the past few days have really been, for lack of a better term, sensitive for most Zambians, because the country, obviously, we've had cases where, when a former president dies, there's that tension between the state and the family. But at the end of the day, those have been resolved. But this particular one has been very unique, and it has caused some tension. It has caused some people to air out their, anger and stuff. But I didn't expect that, obviously, the president was going to be this calm. I think he's handled the situation very mature. I know most of us are not satisfied with how he has spoken, because we expected that he was going to be maybe upset or say a lot of things. But his call for unity, his call for embracing of the family and the bereaved political party, which is the Patriotic Front, and asking the nation to be united and avoid provocation, especially on the side of his political party, for me, that's just so mature. To be honest, it's so mature. And I hope that this message gets to us as Zambians, and we do embrace one another, especially during this period. Of course, people might have their own perspectives. We may have our own ideas on how these things should probably go. Some of us are irritated by the confusion that has happened, but I think the father of the nation currently has given direction. And as a country, if we truly mean it, when we mean we love one another, if we truly mean it when we say we're a Christian nation, if we truly mean it when we say we are a peaceful country, it's time to embrace the words that the president have said. So let's put our political differences aside and ensure that we mourn our former Republican president in peace and in harmony. My name is Kazungo Imanondea, also known as Ken Dumbo.